This is what I look like when I wake up. I like that. I like how my hair. I actually had sleep paralysis this morning. Oh, and good morning, beautiful. This is my favorite part of one of my favorite parts of the day. Waking up next to this beauty. Okay, so I had sleep paralysis where I could feel hands pressing down on the blanket. And then do you see this pattern on the blanket? It turned into skulls with crossbones. It's pretty cool. She wants to get up. Let's get up. Then I made some coffee. I'm letting that cool down. Okay, isn't this cup so cute? Has a little rainbow on the end. Okay. I'm obsessed with cowboys, cowgirls, spaghetti western movies. And have you ever watched a spaghetti western? I love how unfiltered they are, to where I'm thinking this is a movie. This is the kind of movie I need to watch more spaghetti westerns. Actually, I've become obsessed with some other things. Basically, I usually start just getting obsessed and hyper focused on something. So one week I'll be obsessed with podcasts on films, and then lately it's because I'm reading this book, Dead Names: The Dark History of the Necronomicon. And this is okay, so throughout the day, I like to listen to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks, but there's just something more magical about actually reading a physical book. And if you've ever read a magical book and could just tell things were changing, or you had experiences just from reading it. I mean, to be fair, things that are audible can be quite magical too. Now that I think about it. It's just a different type of, I feel like it uses a different part of the brain. It really strengthens your mind when you're actually reading the book. Reading the words and seeing the words and thinking about what they mean. Because I have actually been listening to audiobooks at the cemetery, and one time I was doing a ritual from an audiobook at the cemetery and I saw a ghost, so they can be just as powerful. And for anyone who says, ooh, the Necronomicon's not real. Okay. The Necronomicon is based on ancient Sumerian magic. So I like to study ancient Sumerian. A lot of the ancient cultures are what I like to study as far as magic goes. And even astrology, I feel like it's really powerful. But, I mean, I'm not going to really tell you much about it, because you gotta read it for yourself if you want to know. But the title's pretty self-explanatory. It goes into the history of it. But I have 4 different Necronomicon books, and it's going into this story, and this is my first time reading this book. Basically, I just read 10 pages a day, and it's one of my favorite things to do. So I like to get my day started reading. And I also like to do a 3-card tarot reading. I have so many decks, so I'll usually pick 3 cards, ask a question, and then I'll actually look at the book to see the meanings of the cards, because when looking at the cards, I do like to focus more on the meaning of what I'm channeling. I'll show you the deck I'm using right now. It's Witch's Kitchen Oracle cards. So I'll pick, since I'm talking about it, I'll pick 3 cards right now. So I'm thinking about what I even want to ask the cards. I love these cards because they're so colorful. Okay, I'm actually asking it what I need to get from the Necronomicon book. Interesting. Onion, but then it says tears. St. John's wort dispirited. Okay, this is really odd. Rosemary memories. Okay. I do have a lot of memories working with the Necronomicon. I know in a very old video I told the story of how I was at a haunted house and watching the movie Evil Dead. And then after that, because the Necronomicon's in the movie Evil Dead, or at least their version of it, and they're reading from it. And anyways, so I remember there was actually a demon following me, like a physical demon after that. And so that's when I knew it was real. The area I was at was a paranormal hotspot, but still. And then after that, I mean, I opened a lot of gates with the Necronomicon and the rituals in it. Honestly, if someone's to ask me I've had a lot of magical books, probably hundreds. And if someone said what was the most powerful or most important, I would still say that one, for sure. And it's just, if you ever do read the Necronomicon, just read it carefully, because I noticed that's one thing. Okay, that's what my drink now. A lot of people don't read it carefully. And it's okay if you don't believe the Necronomicon is real. I don't really care what is real. Like, I just think it's funny because some people will tell me stuff online and they'll say, well, in real life, and I'll say, well, this is real life. I guess I might look like a hologram to you, but it was funny. I had this one person that I used to talk to, and he was so adamant on how the Necronomicon wasn't real, and so I said, let me show you how real it is. And it was funny because he became obsessed with the book. It's that good. Before I look at the book meanings, though, I do like to channel my own information. And then when I read both from my book or the cards, I like to, if I don't know what a word means, I'll look it up. But what I'm getting from it is there's gonna be a lot of effort and emotions I need to actually remove and think through memories and remove spirits I no longer contact, or even just random spirits people send me, and just focus on the memories, but understanding how time is timeless. Okay. So apparently Saturnia really likes this blanket that I'm wearing to keep me warm. Okay, so this is why I do like to read the cards or read the interpretations that the creator of the cards, because they can get really deep. Because I have heard of some witches say, oh, they just go by their intuition and they don't ever look at the book meanings, and that's cool, do whatever you want. But for me, I learned so much, and my goal is to read what the creator and author have said of every card I own, and I own a lot of decks. I have over 100 decks. But yeah, that's why I spend my time doing 3 a day, because it's doable for me. And then it gets me I really like doing this, reading a magical text, doing the tarot in the beginning of the day, because then it sets the tone of the day. This is going to be a magical day. I'm going to be doing rituals throughout my day, and I might not tell you everything that I'm doing magically, because a lot of it I'm thinking. But what was cool is when I looked up the Onion Tears card, it talked about how the ancient Egyptians used the onion to put forth oaths. They would put their right hand on an onion, and how the ancient Egyptians saw the onion as a symbol for eternity. So I thought that was really cool. So yeah, in relation to what I'm doing this reading about, I give myself an oath to the Necronomicon. I'm dedicating myself into the magic of it forever, for sure. And then for the St. John's wort, the Despirited, what really caught my attention was it's to protect you from bad dreams. That was one of the many things that it did. And then it has a connection to a fairy horse too. I didn't know that there were fairy horses, so that's something I'm gonna look into more. I have had some spiritual encounters with horses and horsemen, But recently, the animal spirit of the horse got my attention, but okay. And then for Rosemary and the memories, yeah, so before I move on to the Rosemary, I feel like that compared to the Necronomicon is I need to be careful with some of the spirits. There's a lot of different types of spirits with the Necronomicon, but this time around, since I'm really getting deep into it, I'm not going to be as naive as the first time, because the Necronomicon was my first magical book. And then so with Rosemary, and I don't know if I mentioned with the St. John's wort, it said that's a protector to protect you from bad dreams. But what's interesting is the Rosemary is also associated with the Fae. Well, it says it attracts the Fae. You know, it's a little different because it's not bringing up a fairy horse. But it says it attracts the Fae and it brings you good luck, which is what I'm all about. That's my vibe of March. I mean, I'm about good luck all year round. That's why I got that slot machine tattoo as a good luck abundance symbol. But I think about good luck every day. But especially this month, it just feels extra lucky, March. But what's cool is it brings good luck. And this is also associated with stopping nightmares. So I feel like these cards are telling me as you're getting into the Necronomicon again, I need to really protect myself magically in general. Because dreams, even though it's specifically talking about dreams, to me I take that also as the subconscious, the astral. So, yeah, do you see how deep I got with just some cards that have herbs on it? I love it. Okay. So this is a main altar that I use throughout the day. I have many different altars. I consider my apartment a sacred space and an altar. But anyways, lately I've been actually setting the cards down right to left, which is a newer thing. In the past, most of the time I would do it left to right. So, onion, the St. John's wort, and the rosemary. And then throughout the week, like tomorrow, I'll have put this row, and then so on and so forth. And then once it gets full, I'll put the cards in a different pile. So I have one pile of cards I haven't gone through. And this is just something, obviously if I'm doing a reading for myself or someone else, I'm grabbing whatever deck I want. But this is just some morning tradition I've been doing to get to know the cards to get to know all my cards, because I'm kind of overwhelmed with the amount of decks and cards I have, and I haven't really gotten to know them too much. So this is just something I might do a reading later on in the day, for example, but this is what I like to do. Oh, so earlier when I made my morning beverage, I programmed it to with luck and gratitude. So, I mean, there's only so much I can do. And then while I'm doing my hair, I'm thinking about magnetism and how I attract. I kind of wanted to just do something. I usually like to put a little bit of hair in the front. I like the side ponytail. I think it's cute. Reminds me of the 80s. 90s. So when I'm doing anything that's cleansing, I like to think of this toothbrush as a magic wand. But I think of removing things that don't serve me. Maybe something that I've realized recently, or just to energetically cleanse myself. For example, if I'm washing my face or taking a shower. It sounds weird, but I notice a big difference when I do this and when I don't. A huge difference. So if you want, you could try it sometime just to see. So let me know if you like day in the life videos or vlogs. Personally, I like to watch them because it feels more intimate, as if I'm hanging out with a friend. So my closet is right behind me. And I'm going to pick out outfits I'm going to wear for my day. I'm going to be doing a photo shoot for my model page. I'm actually going to be doing my makeup today. I haven't done my makeup in a really long time just because I've been like loving my natural beauty. Why not? But I do feel like doing my makeup. I generally like to do them for profile pictures or banner pictures just because I like how it looks when I have makeup on too. It's a little more, what's the word? It just feels special. That's just the best word I can come up with it. The effort, and I just like how the makeup looks. Who knows, maybe one day I'll do a profile and banner picture without makeup, but I'm gonna do that, so it's exciting because I want to take a really good thumbnail for this YouTube video that I'm making, and then if it turns out really good, I want to use it as a banner picture. Okay, so let's go in my closet. Who is that? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of scared me because I didn't expect her in there. Are you spying on me? Look at her. She thinks she's like hiding. Oh, I definitely can't see who's right there. She likes to go up on here. I have a blanket on here and she likes to hide in there sometimes. Say if she's scared, if there's lightning, or if someone's here or something. So cute. Okay, so anyways. The outfits for today. So we're going with the cowgirl vibe. These are my PJs. For the model page, I already selected what I wanted to wear the night before. That's just what I normally do. And so I'm going to wear this top for my model photo shoot with these bottoms, some red gem stockings, garter belt, and these cowgirl boots. Oh, and of course the cowgirl hat. Yeah. Okay, and then for the YouTube thumbnail, gonna be a little more conservative. Still hot though. And then I'm actually going to do my black cowgirl hat. And it has a similar sort of patch, but they're different if you look at them closely. Okay, so now the plan is I'm actually going to go for a walk. The weather is warmed up a little bit. I went for a walk yesterday and I saw a horned owl. Isn't that cool? The forest by my house, that was the only animal I saw too. There's still even a little bit of snow on the ground. So a lot of the leaves are gone. And I really need to worship. Maybe I do. Maybe I need to worship the forest. But I really need to research, and I do. And I do worship the forest. I'm like, it really just, where do all the animals go during the winter? That's why I need to research. So that's one thing on my goal of like a random thing I want to research today. I want to watch some video on YouTube about it. Because normally when I go in the forest, I don't go so much in the wintertime. But I see a ton of animals, spiders, butterflies, blue jays, cardinals, squirrels, all different types of squirrels. What else do I usually see? A lot of skunks. And, yeah, I can just, the list goes on and on and on. But there was just, the forest looked desolate, but it was really cute to see that horned owl. It was watching me and it was flying around. I wish I got to be able to see it closer up. When I tried just really looking at it, it was in the distance. I was just getting the vibe to just stay where I was, so. But anyways, I'm going to go for a walk, and then I'll see you then when I come back. I love water. Water tastes so good. I love how I feel after I drink water. Water is amazing. I'm gonna take a shower. Get on now. I did a short meditation and finished some editing. So, since I said I'm gonna be using this as my main altar space, I decided to do a ritual tonight. You got a little side view action at the end. I'll have it to where you can see where I'm seeing. So in the ritual, there's a lot of hidden aspects. Speaking of hidden, before I get started, what I just realized tonight is that I had integrated my shadow, but I did it subconsciously to where it's just weird because I have a really dark shadow side and it's been trying to creep out a lot lately. And then I realized that I wasn't so much aware of that, but now I am. Statue of Hecate. One of Arachne. Spider web. some pyrite to represent some of her golden orb spiders. A cup with various symbols. The bell. This might be too loud. Just to clear the energy. I doubt it though, because I have a way bigger bell that's really loud. Okay, so before I get started, I'll explain all the different elements of the ritual that I'm going to use. I really like doing cup, jar, plate magic, where I just put a bunch of items together and let them mix the energies and just set. That's usually my favorite type of rituals. And I'll just leave it out like that for a while. So I have some universal salt. It's black salt and white salt mixed together. Chamomile. Bay leaves. Magnetic sand. Black star dirt. I'm running low on this. This is really powerful. I wish I had more. Star anise. What's in here? Oh. Okay, there's some rose. So while I'm doing the ritual, I'm just gonna concentrate. I just painted my nails. Which is probably not the best time to paint them because I already smudged them twice. Today I had a lot of fun. Well, I initiated myself as the guardian of my local forest. And I was picking up trash. Okay, I'm gonna be doing my makeup. So I looked into the fairy horses just a little bit. There's a lot of things I've been looking into lately. But what's cool about those fairy horses is they're shapeshifters. I've been really obsessed with shape-shifting magic. Oh, and I have my bangs to the side. I'm gonna be wearing a cowgirl hat, so I probably don't need to really be doing my foundation too high up, but I probably will anyway. But yeah, I'm obsessed. And what's weird is my video I did before this one where I showed my leg tattoos, I showed the shape-shifting witch tattoo. And it's almost as if me mentioning that has really activated it. Oh yeah, so today when I went for a hike at the forest, I started walking home at sunset and there's a full moon out. And it was just cool to see the full moon and the sun at the same time. It's kind of nice to hide behind makeup because it's like a mask. Because I'm pretty good at doing my makeup, so when I do it, I'm just like, whoa, that looks so cool. So I'm actually really proud of myself for not wearing makeup for so long, because it just shows that I'm confident and I love myself and my natural beauty. I really do. I'm trying to think if I saw any animals today. Well, I did see some birds and squirrels. Well, I don't want to go too dark on the eyeshadow since I'm going to have dark lips. And I'm probably just going to use my fingers, to be honest. Let's see how it looks for the most part. For my eyeshadow. Oh, and when I saw a great horned owl in the forest. So when I saw the great horned owl in the forest, I realized that actually it was showing me boundaries on how I need more boundaries. Which is funny because I feel like I already have a lot of boundaries. I almost feel as though it's too much, and then I'm starting to realize that I actually need to have a lot more discernment and boundaries. So that's definitely something that I'm working on. Actually, but the great horned owl is definitely showing me that. And sometimes I can actually hear horned owls outside my place. They're excellent shapeshifters. And one of my protective spirit animals for sure. It's funny when I'm picking up trash around places, because sometimes I like to pick up trash at the cemetery or at the forest. Okay. I'm actually gonna still keep using this. I feel like people look at me weird. Not like they don't realize what I'm doing. Oh, okay. It's like, yeah, I'm just picking up trash and most people should be doing that anyway. We should be having the land look good and cared for. I wish I could say more about my initiation ritual because it was cool. Oh, one cool thing I've been doing is getting sigil ideas from tree branches that I find on the floor. I'm visualizing on the screen of my mind, and I'm also chanting in my head while programming a subliminal message. I already set up to where I'm going to be taking pictures for both YouTube and my modeling page. I I actually set up right in the hallway where there's 2 doors, and it looks cool. I had the vision in my mind because I've never taken pictures with my DSLR camera there or done YouTube videos. So it actually looked as cool as I thought it was gonna be. A door on each side, so it's kind of part of the theme today of balance, like if you look at my nails. It amazes me how fearful people are of just their shadow side or anything that has to do with shadow type music, magic. I think it's funny when people don't realize that I know what their plan is. But sometimes I like to just see how much someone thinks I don't know about their plan. I just think a lot of people don't really see into my soul. They don't really see my thoughts. I mean, I know some people do, but it's rare. What's interesting to me is how fearful some people are around evil spirits, but I feel as though as soon as they start announcing that they are, or they have that fear kind of energy, then darker entities around will start vampirizing them, and then it'll bring out the evil side of those spirits even more. Just an observation I made today. I'm going to go grab my cowgirl hat. Okay, it's already really late. I don't have much time to do all this, so. And I'm just gonna quickly show you what the setup looks like that I'm gonna be taking pics at. Okay, so this is the setup. And I think this should work for the banner picture. I'm hoping that it does. The banner picture can be a little tricky because it only takes a certain center part of the photo. I'm gonna take my hair down, my makeup off, and edit. I know it's super late, even though I didn't look at the time exactly right now, but either way, I want to get the editing done tonight just so I don't have to do it tomorrow. So tomorrow I can focus on posting my YouTube video and promoting it. If you want to share this video, that would be much appreciated. I'll be back once I'm done editing, okay? Well, I'll show you how I take off my makeup a little bit. Being a content creator keeps me grounded. Well, sort of. I mean, I do use technomancy, but I got most of the editing and content done I needed to, obviously, except this clip that I'm filming right now. I'm gonna need to edit after, but since I opened 2 portals yesterday on the land I got initiated on, I'm gonna be doing some astral travel over there once I'm done editing this. Sweet dreams.